Creative pursuits. What's up with that, eh? Writing specifically. Why do we want to write things? From the Sumerian epic of Gilgamesh, the oldest piece of writing we know of, to the latest Harry Potter Draco x Harry fanfiction. Why do we crave creation? To make a piece of writing wholly from our own minds and through our own hands. Is it for our own enjoyment? Our fulfillment? The need to create something that will live on beyond the end of our own lives? Or is it to teach our fellow man lessons through narration? To give our knowledge in a locked gift that can only be opened and earned through the use of critical analysis? The only reason we are here today with the advances that we have made is because of our need to create. No matter how intelligent a being, without the want to create, they would make no monuments. Then, is the very reason we create simply because we are human? No. It's 'cause it's cool. And what is cooler than the coolest part of writing? World building. And if there is one channel that makes entertaining, captivating, and educating world building videos, it's Stoneworks. That's right, Stoneworks, the star of this YTIL episode, is an edutainment channel. My favorite kind of channel. Wait, what's that sound?
That's what you get for doing another edutainment YTIL yet again.
Hey, what give? Wait, why are you wearing a gas mask?
Have you looked outside?
Coronavirus in the United States have surpassed 160,000. One of those victims, a 7-year-old boy from Georgia.
I am not
the state's youngest
taking any
person
chances.
to die of the virus. Doctors say he had no underlying health conditions.
That's fair. But why do you care if I make edutainment YTILs? It's my choice.
It's the same genre every time. Have more variation than a Saskatchewan landscape. At this point, YTIL might as well stand for YouTubers that identify learning.
I like edutainment, okay? Sue me.
Oh, I will. But I will be judge, jury, jury, and executioner. Due process? More like this process has been due for a while now. So, you know what? I'm taking this. And until you make a YTIL on a non-edutainment channel, you will not get this back. And to top it all off, I blocked you on Twitter, so you won't even be able to message me and tell me how I stole this joke from Ted Nivison. Which I did, because I enjoy his work.
That seems kind of drastic, not gonna lie.
Stoneworks, previously known as Stoneworks Worldbuilding, which he probably changed in order to not pigeonhole himself into one kind of content, which I totally understand, is an edutainment channel focusing on topics pertaining to writing and world building. And in this episode of YTIL, I will explain why I think Stoneworks stands out from the crowd of other world building YouTubers. Let it be known that I am only basing this video on his YouTube content, as I do know he does have Patreon exclusive content. This is because I am more familiar with his YouTube content, as I am sure more people are as well. Well, another reason is because even if I wanted to see his Patreon exclusive content...
Oh, look. Nothing. Wait, hold on. Alright, let's see here. 2 dimes. 4 nickels. A Guatemalan quetzal. What are you doing here?
Now, I am quite familiar with the world building scene on YouTube. I mean, there's Tail Foundry, Hello Future Me, Terrible Writing Advice, Shadiversity, James Tulo's Artifexian, me. Shameless plug, I know, but what I'm trying to get at is that I am familiar with this kind of content. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. So when I first watched Stoneworks early in his channel's history, I knew straight away that this was something different. You see, most world building channels and videos are very much like essays. They ask a question and then form a hypothesis using evidence both from real life and other fiction. A style of content more analytical and systematic than free-forming and laissez-faire. It's very informative and makes you consider how you can implement the person's conclusions on how to world build into your own story. Now, Stoneworks is all of these things, but he has something more. Something the other channels lack. Humor and, ironically, creativity. Now hold on, before you grab your nearest knife and start thrusting, let me elaborate. Stoneworks enhances and amplifies his informational world-building content with humor and creative applications seldom seen in other world-building videos. Now, that's not to say other channels don't have humor or creativity. I've gone on about how funny Terrible Writing Advice is, another shameless plug, and Tale Foundry is one of the most creative channels I have ever watched. But these traits are not common amongst most world-building channels. But Stoneworks is not a common world-building channel. His humor is based on pop culture references, memes, and other internet culture jokes. Pretty standard stuff for most YouTube videos, but for world-building videos, not so. I still vividly remember when I first clicked on his desert video and saw a Pornhub community intro parody, followed immediately by old-school RuneScape footage, and then a Philip DeFranco joke. A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. Stoneworks doesn't feel like its peers. It feels more like a comedy commentary channel with a world-building focus. I mean, in his last video, he did a green screen video with style and humor that reminded me of Up Is Not Jump.
Oh my god, I'm so good at green screens.
And Ted Nivison.
This is how they won the war.
Green screens in a world-building video? Unheard of! I don't laugh out loud very often when watching videos, which is honestly something I wish I could do more often. So when I do laugh at a video, it's something I remember, something I cherish, something I extract, place in a box, wrap the box in chains, lock the chains, and throw it into a mall credit union store. You know, the one where you never see anyone go in and it's on that one wing of the mall that is just desolate without any indication of life? Throw it in there. It will be safe in there. And Stoneworks is one of those few channels that makes me, beyond a meager nose exhale, laugh from my gut. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Stoneworks is still a world-building channel. Is this world-building information and tips any good?
Yes, definitely!
Stoneworks teaches how to make realistic and interesting world-building mainly by examining how it happens in our own world. Because of this, Stoneworks can be enjoyed by non-world builders just as much as world builders, as he can teach you about many things of our own world. Knowledge that I believe is useful for everyone. It's also really cool. Things like geography, geology, history, etymology, economy, botany, and political science. Non-world builders can enjoy learning more about the world they live in, whilst world builders can enjoy learning about our world as it pertains to making their own. After all, how can one make a believable world if they do not know how the real world was made? And Stoneworks is here to help you do that. In summary, Stoneworks is a very informative and humorous world-building channel. An exemplary example of edutainment, if I do say so myself. When it comes to world building, Stoneworks is my go-to, and he might be yours as well. So check him out. Link in the description as always. This was YTIL episode 9 on the sapient Stoneworks.